Afterbuzz TV Drag Race fans. This is season 11, episode 7. We're going to discuss corn, catfights, and dragons. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to Afterbuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Guess who's back in the house? Guess who's back in the house? You earn everything.
That's still my favorite.
Yeah. I'm 123 Jackie B. With me, as always, Mark J Freeman.
Well, hello. I'm awake now.
And Jayla's back.
Oh, hey. Y'all didn't block me. Y'all answered the door. They answered the door for me. Hi, guys. It's me, Jayla Roxx, and I'm back in the building.
Yay. And Ollie's here, too.
Hi, guys.
Who let Ollie in?
I was the one who let Jayla back in. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Stop. I tried to barricade the door so I could do a one-woman show. So we're discussing From Farm to Runway. This was an episode of RuPaul's Drag Race.
It was an episode.
It was an episode.
So it was good or bad?
This was not my favorite episode. And I think it's because I don't like cat fights. They're like my least favorite thing to happen on Drag Race. And this episode was like 75% cat fight and then like 25% actual episode.
Well, you know what? I think we're in episode 7, and there hasn't been like the meow fest that we need to get another Emmy. So this is RuPaul saying, okay, I haven't heard anything bad from these people. My production is not hooping and hollering. I need my Emmy. I got to keep this streak going.
She needs tears and a cat fight.
Right. So
the cameras are rolling.
Right. The cameras are rolling. So everything you says matters. So let's do that.
Mark, what did you think?
I think I'm going to piss off Ollie and Jayla today. Let's just say that.
Well, we need our Emmy today. So I'm down the cat fight.
Can I just say that I like design challenges personally, just because this is obviously a time for Ru to come in and dig in the soup, stir some stuff up. That's totally that's gonna happen. It's Bad Girls Club, whatever.
Yeah, this episode was just dick soup.
But it was cool to see other queens get some screen time and get to see what everyone's doing, because I feel like no one was in the background in this episode. I feel like everyone had, decent screen time to an extent. Especially Pastique. And yeah.
Someone in the chat room said that their favorite thing this episode was Evie on the bale of hay with the fiddle. And I was like, yes, I was living. That was pretty much my favorite moment. We have new people in the chat room. Diva Views, Samantha Lee Long, and Christina Johnson. Thank you, as always, for joining us. Ollie, do you want to plug iTunes?
Oh, yes, guys. Give us that 5-star on iTunes. We would really appreciate it. We love you. And thank you for letting us be the ESPN of TV Talk, especially drag queens, because that is our shtick.
We're the ESPN of drag queens.
Absolutely.
Yes, we are.
Join us.
That you guys mentioned it. Yes.
Keep talking to us in the live chat. We love it. And if you're not, then comment down below. If you're not watching live, if you're listening to us, just keep on doing it, because we love you guys. So do it and subscribe and like.
I just subscribed right now.
And if you give us a 5-star review on iTunes, you will get a Fan of the Week shout out. Yes. And if you talk to us on YouTube, you might get a shout out as well. There's just more comments there, so it's hard for me to catch up.
Only
with them
positive
all.
Comments, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if you be mean, I will.
If you say
back.
I'm a smelly pirate hooker, I am not going to read that on air.
I will believe it, though. It's a little true.
It is a little true, actually. So the mini challenge is actually, you know what? I'm taking back some of the things I said earlier, because the mini challenge is one of my favorite mini challenges ever, because me and another fan have been talking this whole season about how there aren't enough boobs this season. It seems like that everybody's, except for Nina, is a very modest.
Well, I think the correct term you used was sad ass titties.
Yes.
So that's going to be our hashtag for this episode.
Sad ass titties.
Yes.
But this is my favorite thing, to have a mini challenge that was all about crazy boob jiggling and the boobs falling out. That was killing me too. Mm-hmm. And so we had a boobography mini challenge where I know Nina won.
Nina and Sugar.
Nina and Sugar.
Tits.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. But I feel like Silky should have gotten an honorable mention for her boobs falling out, which was really funny.
love that they were blurring out the nipples of the plastic.
Yes.
That to me was hysterical. I was like, it's a plastic boob, but whatever.
And Silky making that whole comment about how she's going to give a recipe for cornbread for her boobs.
Yeah.
That was my, like, that and the bale of hay. Those are my favorite things. Not Evie on the bale of hay, not the bale of hay itself. But
and it tied in with the runway, which I know you like when the mini
love that.
ties in
I'm
with
loving that this episode. My Virgo self is feeling complete.
Okay.
So, what did you guys think of the mini challenge?
You want to go? You can go first.
It was all right. I think season 4 did it better with their kind of like the wet t-shirt contest. That was cute.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of mini challenges, honestly. I'm not. Like, just get to the challenge, you know? Yeah, that's all I got to say. And I really liked the challenge this week. But yeah.
Not even when the mini challenge is just like a bunch of hot dudes with like words on their butt and they have to like turn around and reveal them or something
Well,
like
that's
that.
not in good taste.
Ollie only watches the shows that are in good taste.
I am a lady, sir. Thank you. Jayla, what did you think about it?
I thought it was hilarious. Like, I agree with you, Jackie B. It has to be one of my favorites because there was one scene in particular when they were, it was just like the empty scene and they were coming from off frame and they were doing the slow motion slowly from the right. And it goes from slow, just like very petite girls, and then it's like, and it cuts to Big Nina just like hopping in front of them, like freaking priceless.
And the expression that she had on her face the whole time, I was like, she should win this.
Yeah, I thought Nina. I mean, I thought watching it, I thought Nina and Sugar were gonna win. Somebody in the chat room just said, and I kind of agree, Plastique just putting on a boob plate represents how unimaginative she is, which I kind of have to agree with.
Who's that from?
Japple.
Okay. I thought that was your opinion. I was like, oh.
No, but I kind of agree with it because everybody else at least did things to make their, like, because when she even started doing it, I was like, well, those aren't going to really go anywhere. It's you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, I don't know.
Right. It's about boobs hitting you in the face.
Well,
right,
that's what
exactly.
it's about.
On a positive note, I'm happy that Suga got a win, at least, because she's definitely been in the background. Yeah. And I think she's such a funny comedy queen, and I hope that, more comedy challenge, she can step it up for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I brought some potato sacks for us to do our own boob rendition. Very slow-mo.
So this week, the workroom and Untucked were messy. I was pretty much... This whole time, I was just Brooklyn making a pillow fort when everybody was like yelling at each other. I was like, this is me. This is me making a pillow fort. You guys know, I don't like it when Rue asks who should go home. I don't like it when she says, who do you think should be in the bottom? Because I know, like, that's just too obvious to me.
It's a death note.
Yeah, for you to go around and, like, stir shit up.
You don't like it?
I don't like that. Like, I think there can be enough drama on this show without you having to ask that question and then just making people mad at each other because the only point
But that's the
of
oldest
that
trick
question.
in the book, though. We've had that for many of other shows, so that's how we get our turning points on a production standpoint, on a writing standpoint, so we can create new, content for the rest of the season.
New storylines, more dialogue.
We got to freshen it up. So that goes back to Rue going into the workroom during their thing and whatnot, and they had a conversation with Brooklyn, and he was just like, you're kind of being in the background, like what's going on, and then they gave like Rue when you do the table talks with Rue. That also factors into how you can become America's Next Drag Superstar. You got to be able to have a conversation,
right?
And that is part of your score. Your overall thing, because on a production standpoint, Rue is giving you these questions, and these are some of the questions that they even also put on the application. Mm-hmm. So you're gonna have to know how to banter and make conversation because that has something to do with your score.
Right, and
Rue gave you some open leeway to say, "Hey, let's talk about this." Brooklyn goes, "Yeah, that makes me sad, but I'm gonna move on." Mm-hmm. And Rue goes, "All right. Plastique, your turn." You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that has everything to do with your score.
You kind of want to do what Ruse says or asks you to do. You want to participate because Rue's kind of one of the ones who's, giving you that crown.
Yeah.
Rue kind of wants to like you at the end of the day, or else Rue's not going to crown you.
Mm-hmm.
And Mark, you said before that you were liking Rue's participation in this episode.
I do. Mm-hmm. And I see, it doesn't bother me that she's asking who should go home. I don't know. It doesn't bother me. I think what she's looking for is someone to be honest. I don't think you should count Rue out to not understand and see what's going on with Silky and Evie. Like, I think she's aware when she goes up to Silky and Silky says, I think Evie should go home because she's hurt, and then go to Evie and she's, I think Silky should go home because of this. I think she knows automatically. She's like, well, they're just picking each other because they don't like each other. Like, I think she's smart enough to know that. Right. I do think it's an opportunity, and I don't think Evie or Silky should go home at this point. I think they both deserve to be in the competition still. I'm kind of bummed that they both, because I do like them both, I'm bummed that they didn't give a real answer, because we both know that neither of them are going to go home. So they should have picked Raja or Suga or Nina or somebody, you know what I mean? Like that, to give her a genuine answer, because I think she walks away from that going, well, they're just being catty now. Like they're not really doing what I want them to do. Right. You know what I mean? Because I think she is trying to stir it up. It's her show. She wants that drama, but at the same time, I think she genuinely wants a real answer. And I think when she does it on the runway, she wants a genuine answer to know their opinion. She's obviously going to make her own, but
I thought Evie gave it to that point. I thought Evie kind of brought it. Genuine answer.
Yeah, and I did agree with what she said, because I do think, because like
Silky's been holding back and not necessarily doing the challenge to the full extent as other queens, such as Evie, who is committing.
Yeah, absolutely. And when and just this whole, I was just fed, and like I said, I've been giving Silky a pass for quite some time, and I'm just kind of through, and I'm just like, look, you're gonna walk around the room and say, it was in the bottom because I was pretty. No, you were in the bottom because you didn't do the challenge. You looked pretty. And that's what put you in the bottom. So you can, however it makes you feel better and you sleep at night, that's fine. But you were in the bottom nonetheless. And it's just like this whole, and even like Raja, I'm sorry guys, I'm on it now.
Yes,
even Raja at the beginning when she was like, I don't even want to read Scarlett's message. It's like, look, if you're not in the, like, I feel, number one, Evie can say what she's saying because she's been in the top more than I think anybody. I haven't done the math. Somebody can tell me in the chat room. She's been in the top. She's proved herself. What she's saying, she's not really saying anything new. Like when she had the argument with Vanjie, it wasn't like she said, hey girl, you need a new silhouette. She's like, look, this is just what they're saying. Yeah. I'm just bringing it up and reminding you need to step it up because this is what they said. I do feel like hers, even though sometimes it comes off as negative, is constructive. You know what I mean? Like, I think she generally is wanting to help and be like, okay, then good. Then do what, do what they ask you to do.
I agree.
And Raja, I'm just like done. I will never spend any money to see her anywhere, ever. I just think she's just prove me wrong. I don't know her as a human being, but just the way that she's talking about people, the way that she's so catty about everything, that she doesn't want to read Scarlett's message, that she's going to say all this nasty stuff to Plastique. She didn't even know what the boyfriend said. She wasn't even listening to it. She listened to what Akira told her that Akira thought he said, and then she goes to Plastique and stirs all this up and she said, I'm jealous. Okay, well then you're jealous. Now go sit in the corner and go be jealous then. Don't come over here and ruin my good time that I'm having. Yeah. And you cannot like that I'm getting all this attention, but be done with it. Get out of my... I just done. Yeah. Like, she was in the bottom 4 times. Let's not mince words. Right. 4 times. Mm-hmm. And you still think that you deserve to be there in ripped pants and bark. No. Yeah. Done. Okay, I can go home now.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm done.
Thank you.
Lorayne, that was Mark's rent.
That's what we've been waiting for. This whole season.
Yeah, that's our Emmy for the show.
I will say, though, that I mean, the one that kind of gave me whiplash was when you have Vanjie saying that Evie should go home because she's competition. And then you have Vanjie asking Evie for help because Evie told her that, was honest, saying that, like, your silhouette is the same and you need to change it up. And then in Untucked, Vanjie started yelling at Evie for helping her with the whole outfit thing. And I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I was so confused.
Yeah, that one was really confusing because I thought they came to a good place where it was like, okay, I respect the opinion that you gave me, and now I'm going to take notes on that. But then she didn't, and then she was yelling at her. So I
also just think it's a combination of them. It's just recognizing how well Evie's doing, and them not, Silky and Vanjie were both safe this week, and they're just not getting the credit as much as Evie is. And Evie really isn't giving harsh critiques, I don't think. So I'm just surprised that the reactions that the queens, they're taking everything personally, I think. And I just think, I don't even think Evie's delivery is that harsh to begin. I know it's like it's not what you say, it's how you say it. I don't even think Evie's saying things like so harshly as they're taking it. So I'm just unless there's something we're not seeing, I don't know. It's just
Jayla, you look like you have a thought.
Honestly, by this point of the episode, when I watched it at a public place, and I was actually buzzed because I played a shot game. For every time I heard the word personality, so I'm over here very silent because I don't remember. I just remember very blur season 1 filter when I was watching it. So. Yeah,
but
milk does the body good, right? So there we go.
I do. I think that and I've said this before, I think the competition is getting to them, obviously. Vanjie even said at one point during the episode, I'm a returning queen. I really need to step up my game. So I feel like she gets it. But then when she walks out there, I'm like, that's not getting it. Like, you're not putting it out there. It's like, we were talking, it's like, there's a way to do what Vanjie does and have a different silhouette, and you know what I mean.
But
wear
that
a pair
goes back
of pants.
to what I said when I was here 2 weeks ago, and I said her runway isn't really representing her brand.
Right.
It's just it looks nice because it was designed nicely. So that's why it's going to have the same silhouette, because it's just like, oh, these are my measurements. Here you go. Make me something cute.
Yeah.
Well, our mirror moment this week. I moved it up a little bit early because our mirror moment is when.
That is so majestic.
I know.
I miss that song.
My cousin's in the.
Hey.
Hi, my
cousin. Sarah's in there.
Our mirror moment is when Plastique told Ru that her family doesn't know that she's on the show, and then Ru gives her a hug and says, I will be your mother now," which to me, I thought that moment was really moving, because it's just, we always see on Drag Race how when these queens get rejected by their biological families, then their drag families stand up and say, "I'm going to be here for you." And I don't know, you see that with Ru on the runway, but I've never seen it with Ru, or I can't recall, with Ru in the workroom, giving somebody a hug and having them just cry into her arms.
Because I think they're used to shooting it in 2 separate days and times, but we'll talk about that later. I think Plastique's moment was. I'm sorry, I thought that was funny. Plastique's moment was very Emmy worthy. I did shed a tear or two, because it was very embracing for that kid out there who was like, I want to do it. But so I feel like that was a moment, because a lot of young people are watching Drag Race now. Yeah. 16, 12, 11, 8. So these are the people that are going to shape the future. So why not have these moments where, it's not always about the cat fighting, because they're going to grow up and think, oh, it's all about being shady.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And where is the uniqueness? And I think that you should stand for unity.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And also, that's a common thing for Asian households, whether you're Filipino, Vietnamese, whether you're Korean, whether you're Japanese, Chinese. It's you're so pressured to follow traditions, and obviously being queer, anything under the spectrum for an Asian youngling, youth person, that doesn't correlate to those traditional values, and it's really sad. Kimchi is kind of in the same boat of not being out to her family, I don't believe, still to this day, and also Soju as well. So it's just nice to see Plastique tell her story, and other not. Oh my God.
We have a call.
Technical difficulties. You ruined my moment.
Scared
Just
the
kidding.
bejesus out of
No,
me.
but long story short.
That was Plastique's mom. Don't you talk about me on live.
I said what I said. But yeah, people can, see that moment, especially Asian communities, and hopefully
That's great.
Hopefully that improves that household.
If I was Plastique's mom, the only time I would be mad if she did drag is if she got sent home first. You can do drag, girl, but if you get sent home first,
So Soju's mom is not happy.
Yeah, well, at least she is glad she didn't know.
Well, if so we can talk about the untucked situation too. At this point.
You had. You had a good point, Mark, about what was in the video.
So the issue at the end in the untucked with Raja and Kyria kind of fanned the flames. Let's not mince words, Kyria. I saw what you did, but. When Plastique is talking to Rue, she says that her family knows, but they don't know that she's there. Number one. That was what Plastique said. Okay? So when the boyfriend is on the monitor, the first thing he says is, everyone back home and your friends are rooting for you. He doesn't say family. He says everyone back home and your friends are rooting for you. And then later he says, your family will be proud of you as well. They will fall in love with you. So that's not saying they know. That's saying that they're going to fall, like when they see this, they're going to fall in love with you. They're going to like what they see because you're making them proud. Right. So I think Kyria seeing it, and it wasn't very straightforward, but when I really listened to the words, I was like, well, they're not actually, maybe he was saying that they do know and they are. I could be completely wrong. But when I heard it, I was like, well, they're kind of ambiguous. You don't really know that. He never said they actually know. He just said that they will be proud of her. And I think,
I would translate the people back home being the people at the bar that she works at.
Exactly. And that's what I was thinking too. I was thinking that too. So
Mark had the transcript with the little sign. He's like, okay, let me pause it. What did
I did, and I rewound it because I was
like,
with the typewriter.
I'm going to disappoint the people that tune in and watch the AfterBuzz TV review. I guarantee you no other review did that. Yes, bitches.
Right. Okay. We deserve that 5 stars.
Can we talk about the looks now?
Yes, let's talk about the looks.
I'm really excited to hear what you guys think.
Let's do an order.
Ollie gets a 5 star.
So there was a random appearance of Alyssa, and of course
we spoke it in existence though, because like a couple weeks ago we were like, we want Alyssa to choreograph, but then she comes.
The issue I had with this was like, yes, it was like there was a funny bit where she was doing like the posing and whatever, but I was like, Alyssa didn't actually, you don't see the choreograph part. You just kind of like see the end result. And I kind of wish it would have been rather a choreograph rather than seeing each queen come down. And I feel like they did that so that she could talk directly with Plastique, because it was like a Plastique moment because she's her mother.
But I think we can name the episodes based off of the person. Like, we had a Mercedes episode. We had a Scarlett episode. We had a Plastique episode. Mm-hmm. So, that's kind of what they're doing. They're picking the one person and then making it about them for that moment, because we have so many girls. So, we'll have a Vanjie episode next week, hopefully, or we'll have an Evie episode.
Someone in the chat room said Evie had 5 highs and 1 win, and Brooke had 4 highs and 2 wins. I argue
Thank you, Dalton.
that this week should have been a week.
Are y'all writing this down? Y'all have they play Fantasy League. That's right. They know.
Well, no, because I knew that. That was just referring to my point about that. I feel like Evie or Brooklyn, like them coming in the room, and I'm not justifying putting people down or making, but it's like when you've been in the top, it almost is like, well, you can say that because you're obviously doing well because you're making the right choices. You should listen to what they're saying. So that's just my point. And Raja has been in the bottom 4 times. So who is she to say anything? Anyway.
So first up was Suga, which I actually liked this. I like this as a concept. It didn't fit her quite right, but I was like, if she would have cinched that, if she would have cinched the outfit in a bit, that would have been like a top look for me.
I just like because it was
top
different.
Look for me.
She was?
She was a top look for me.
Yeah. I just liked it because when she came around the corner, I went, oh, that's Suga.
She had
like
the
I like
hair
that.
went sideways.
And she opened, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the trend. When you open up the show, you have to be like open worthy.
Yeah.
So I feel like
it was cute. I just didn't get how you contour boobs and then turn around and then it's like
there's no boobs.
Yeah. That was my only critique with it. Other than that, I think Suga has some very underrated looks. Even I'm kind of like downplaying some of her looks, but I definitely just think we should keep our eye on her. Hopefully, because I want to see her do well.
Episode.
Yes,
exactly. Yeah. We've gotten very little of Suga this season so far.
And Kenny's sending us gifs.
Silky, that look is exactly the look that comes from Troop Beverly Hills.
Kenny's cracking me up.
The what?
So, that look that Silky wore is the look that what's her
Troop
bucket?
Beverly Hills.
From the troop leader from Troop Beverly Hills.
Shelley.
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 I don't know
not
what
that's
that
not our age
is.
group.
I'm 94.
Oh my God. Shelley Long. Shelley Long.
Yeah,
Very
well, you should watch it
Fair.
because it's amazing.
It is a good
It's a
movie.
great movie. But it's literally
Oh my.
when she takes like the normal troop leader outfit and turns it into like a couture troop leader outfit. It's
Yeah.
the same outfit. It's
Yeah.
what Silky is wearing. And I was like, Silky, you just watch Troop Beverly Hills and put on the outfit.
I liked it. Like when she came out, I was like, oh, and she always looks pretty. Like I'm not going to deny that. She always looks pretty, but it's the same silhouette that she did for the box challenge. It was a pencil skirt with a cape. Literally. That's all I'm going to say.
I like the headpiece.
I did. I liked it. I did like it. And if she was wearing it in a bar, I'd be like, yes, girl, I love it. Da, da, da. But now we're having to compare. And I called out Vanjie last week, so I have to call this out too, because this is the same silhouette that she did for the other creative challenge.
It was definitely middle of the pack
Okay.
for sure.
So Evie, I thought this was so gorgeous. She used the actual raw materials. Like so colorful. She should have been the winner. And we'll discuss
Yeah,
that when
I
we
agree.
get to plastic.
I agree.
Okay.
Just the colors, everything. I loved it. She looked beautiful. Loved the hair. Loved the styling. Perfect.
I put her in the top.
Yeah, definitely.
She's starting to show consistency with the headpiece
Mm-hmm.
look. I don't think she brought many wigs, but she brought like 2 or 3 like hair wigs, and then she brought headpieces.
Mm-hmm.
Good for her.
And she glittered her
Good
head
girl.
one time.
She said the people don't know that she's there. She got to pack real secretively, so she need one suitcase and a carry-on. So she had to roll it up, girl, and stick it in the carry-on.
I love Evie's
Yeah.
looks. I think it was top 2 for me, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely the most interesting to look at, and the colors, and I just loved it all together.
Nina, I'm just going to stand by Mark's comment on Nina because your comment was exactly what I thought, which is like she should have worn a dress.
I wish it was
or
a
skirt.
gown.
Yeah.
I wish if there was, like, I liked what it was, but I just wanted fabric to come all the way down to the floor. And obviously she needs more hips. I thought she looked from here up, I thought she looked the most beautiful she's looked on the show. I loved the hair.
Agree. I don't. I don't like Nina in flat hair. I don't like Nina in short hair. I don't like Nina where it doesn't accentuate her.
Yeah.
She was looking very like okay, Nina, I'm gonna say it because it's the ESPN of drag. Nina gives me the bartender from Shrek.
The ugly stepsister.
I didn't say ugly. I said the character,
That's the character.
the bartender
That
from
was the
Shrek.
character.
The bartender from Shrek. And it was very stompy down the runway. And
I do agree with the stompy. She was stomping.
So
I
that's
feel
what
like she
gave
does
me.
that every time.
Yeah.
So the flat hair didn't help it because it looked very like, you know.
I really thought she looked
Bartendery.
pretty. I really thought she looked
I like
pretty.
she used like the color purple. I think that looked.
I like
that
the
helped
combination.
look. I just thought
Yeah.
I agree with the proportionizing issue because she is very top heavy a lot in her looks, and it just looked like she was kind of like the corn husks were like very diapery,
Yeah.
you know. So
But this was a year ago or a year and a half ago, so I'm sure she's rounded herself out since she was told.
Or not. You can look at her Instagram.
Yeah.
Or not.
Brooklyn, this look was messy to me. I don't understand why it was in the top. It was
She was my top. That was my top.
Oh my
Gasps.
God.
2 gasps,
finish,
Jackie.
finish.
Go ahead. You guys go.
You guys go since you have.
Okay, we're gonna split this down the middle. So all in favor for Brooklyn's being in the top, say aye.
Aye.
Well, I'm I-ish.
Okay.
Okay, so just,
I'm I
wait,
if you
wait, wait.
ignore her
Wait, can I
outfit.
start with the pot? Well,
Okay.
No, go
Go
ahead. Yeah, no, you guys go.
Actually, I don't know. Okay. No. Here's the thing. I thought it was beautiful. Let me. Okay. me. Okay. I loved Brooklyn's look. Absolutely, it was gorgeous. But my critique of it was one of my favorites. Was that it was denim, and I gravitated towards the looks that were more impractical, like the materials.
Right.
Like I loved seeing Evie's look,
Right.
But she was definitely, kind of did the easy route with incorporating denim. But I loved it though. I really did love
That's
it.
Mark clapping.
I don't think it deserved the win, but I loved it.
I agree with everything he said.
Brooklyn's killing it. I love that she used like the citrus fruits. I'm just happy it didn't win.
But that's something I would like wear. Like wear.
It's a beautiful
But
look.
I think that my biggest thing is I said I liked it ish only because I liked it. It was obviously beautiful. She looked wonderful. It was well crafted, but it was a piece of fabric that she draped. Evie took unconventional things and created a gown that was so unique and original and made out of things. You know what I mean? Like, it's easy to drape fabric. I mean, not always, but it is easier to drape fabric than it is to make a dress out of beaded things, you know? So, yes, I agree.
I stand by Mark's comment. Let's skip over Akira and Vanjie, unless you guys thought they were great. We're strapped for time.
I honestly don't remember, so I think, we're
Akira, Denim,
Nobody's
Vanjie.
got time for that.
They were not. I'm glad.
I would like to read my notes before Michelle Visage spoke. I wrote Raja, Groot.
I am so dead.
So when Michelle Visage said Groot, I was dying because I was like, that's literally the first thing that came to
I
my
had just
head.
watched the movie for the first time, too, last week, so I knew
thought
it.
she said root, and I was like, oh, damn. And then I rewinded it back, and she said Groot, and I just hollered. I was like, dang.
Yeah, that Groot was a boot for sure. And you know how I felt about Raja's looks and pants. And she
But it was a great idea.
I do like the idea.
And then it was unconventional, like obvious
And I liked the
unconventional
green.
materials.
I liked her green pony. I actually did
The
like
twigs,
that.
yeah.
But it fell off.
It
and
fell
that was,
off in the lip
Which
sync.
I agree, yes. I'm trying to find the good. Give me a chance.
Find the good, Groot.
Plastique. Now, I thought her outfit was gorgeous, but I don't think she should have won because it was the exact same silhouette she's worn several times before.
Yes.
But this
But-
is Plastic's episode.
Yes,
Yes.
it's Plastic's
So that's why she
episode.
won.
It did look beautiful. And if Brooklyn could have won the ball challenge, then let Plastique win this goddamn challenge.
But this is what I say
Just
about
saying.
this is what I say about the Academy Awards. If you just give it to the person that deserves it, then you don't have to have a makeup the next year to give it to the person who doesn't really deserve it because you didn't give it to him last year.
But this
so
is the
she
same
shoulda got
year.
it. I know. I'm just. You
But
know
we
what I'm
need
saying.
people for All Stars 5 premiering next week.
Yeah. I was actually surprised she was in. When they put her in, I thought she was actually going to be in the bottom because of the silhouette. Because again, if I called out Vanjie and I'm calling out Silky, then I have to call out Plastique because it's literally the same thing she's been wearing. Absolutely. There's no question about it. Whether you liked it or not, it's the same silhouette.
I agree. So what did you think of the lip sync? I definitely thought Akira
Akira killed it.
it.
When she said strut and pointed to the exit,
Yeah.
she won it. She won
I
it.
liked her saxophone.
Yeah, I loved
Yeah.
all. She just was like, it's again. I loved that she won, and there were no death drops, there were no splits and high. Like it was just you just performed the song, and that's my point. Is you
know,
don't feel like you have to rip off your hair and have a wig underneath and do all this other stuff. Like just enjoy it, embrace it, find something to do. With
Raja
it.
was just done. As soon as the hair came off and it went to Rue.
Yeah.
Rue.
Rue looked down like,
Yeah.
what was that?
The face crack.
Is that
Yeah.
what you meant about like the reactions being separate from what they're actually doing?
Girl, you are not going to out me on live.
But that's
I will tell you later.
Okay, but this is TV, and I do feel like what they're saying, they do fill-ins like
Oh, absolutely.
on the runway and everything. Like
Oh, the
that.
voiceover for Runway,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Well, they do the runway twice. They
Yes.
do it once
Yeah.
to just get them walking the runway, and then they do it again with the judges critiquing, I guess, from my understanding.
Yeah. So, Mark, do you have our quote of the week?
I do. And it was the only reason that I watched this episode twice.
Hallelujah.
I usually watch it 3 or 4 times. I forced myself to watch the second time. And The Untucked, which I hated. But my quote of the week goes to Brooklyn. I mean, hands down. Can't we all bottle up our feelings like normal people?
I agree. I thought that was funny.
I was like, that's it. That's the quote of the week. That sums up the whole episode.
So, fans of the week, damn Murray.
His name's Dan Murray.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like
Forget-
Dan, like DAN or damn.
Damn Murray.
MN.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What's his
so
number?
you should follow him on Instagram at Damn Murray, and he gave a really nice shout out to all of us. I don't have time to read it, but you should go see it. Nicholas,
Okay, what does he say about me?
Nicholas, the artist, who said we're entertaining and a great podcast. Sam J. Cortez, who says we're their favorite panel. And I'm going to give a shout out to Discotheque 07. I hope you don't hate this episode because it wasn't one of our favorites, because they don't like it when we don't like the episode, but they like us anyway.
Yeah.
So
I like the episode.
I feel you should keep watching it, even though sometimes someone doesn't like the episode. And then the YouTube fan of the week is Erica's a law grad. Congratulations, Erica.
Yeah.
You graduated from law school.
Law school, and you're a fan.
Intelligent people watch us.
Yeah.
Wow.
Meme queen.
Hey y'all.
This meme, you guys.
Okay.
Everything.
So let me break it down for you. I got to prep for this one.
The shady.
So
shady
in respect to our episode, our Emmy-worthy winning episode, there we had a plastic moment where Ru said, "I'm your new mommy." Now I got some behind-the-scene footage from courtesy of Bianca Del Rio. And this, we have the behind the scenes before post-production of Plastique actually hugging a green screen CGI character and then later edited to be RuPaul. So don't fight me for it, but blame our season 7 winner, Bianca Del Rio. Thank you for the behind the scenes.
Beautiful. That's some good editing.
Yeah.
We uncovered the truth here at the Afterbuzz.
We give you guys the truth.
Yeah.
We give you the truth. Local queen.
Oh, yes, guys. Time for my local queen segment. This is Ollie speaking. It's funny because this week, this local queen actually sent in it herself. So I think, and she was like, sorry for this shameless plug. She watches the show, but I'm like, no, girl, please. If you're a local queen, DM me and let me know who you are, and we'll definitely shout you out.
Awesome.
So I appreciate that. That wasn't shameless at all. Do it, girl.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. They're eating me up in the comments. Season 6 winner.
Oh, I even said 7. My bad.
Like, season
My bad. Oh, shit. All right.
Sorry.
But anyways, this queen, her name was Selena S. Titties, Miss Titties If You're Nasty. She's a local queen of WeHo for 5 years. She's very known for her comedy work on YouTube and IG, so show her some love. She's awesome. She's at Coachella right now partying, so show her some love. Follow her at S. Titties on Instagram. Nice. Thank you for watching, girl.
Aww.
And I have some news and gossip for you all.
What?
So Michelle Visage is doing a documentary about her breast implants. I don't know where this documentary is happening, but I follow her on Instagram, and
I can't wait to see
Why
it.
would anyone want to watch that? I just
It's
don't
for her
understand.
health. She's getting them. She got them removed.
Yeah, she got them removed, and it actually, like, I guess.
Do we need a documentary about it?
Sometimes when you remove your boobies, you got to do a documentary.
Stop relying on that Bodyguard soundtrack.
But we love Michelle. We love Michelle Visage.
We do.
And Drag Race Thailand crowned the first ever Drag Race trans winner. I don't watch it because I don't have access to Drag Race Thailand, but the name, I think it's Angel Ong. But congratulations to the first transgender winner.
Congratulations.
Yay.
And then there is a new show on Netflix called Tales of the City, which is actually like a reboot of an older show. And Laura Linney's the main star, but it's basically like she lives in San Francisco in a gay community, and Bob the Drag Queen is on the series.
And when does this come out?
That I actually don't know, but you can see the trailer is already up on YouTube.
Okay, cool. But congrats, Bob.
Yeah, I don't think it says at the end of the trailer. And because today is Game of Thrones Day, and I assume like some of you will be going to watch Game of Thrones after this, Jonathan Van Ness from Queer Eye does this great recap of Game of Thrones called Gay of Thrones.
Yes.
And even though he's super famous now, he's still going to do it for this.
Oh, goody.
That's awesome.
Good.
I'm excited.
I have a little gossip.
Totally check that. Yes, please.
So I know that I'm a day early, but tomorrow I am relaunching my cosmetic company. Yay. So we go from Bat Me Lashes to Bat Me Cosmetics.
Yes.
I know. So also every purchase we're going to donate a percentage to the LGB Center of Los Angeles.
Nice.
So the website goes live tomorrow. You can shop there at batmecosmetics.com
And they just
make a
opened a
difference.
new building, I think.
Yes, they
that
did. The
center.
LGBT
Yeah,
center.
so we're going to be donating to them and for to prevent young transgender youth from homelessness, right?
Yeah.
Making a difference. So do that.
So you can look good and donate to a good cause.
Exactly.
right.
There you go.
Thank you guys, as always, for tuning in. We'll see you next week. I'm 123 Jackie B. And
I am Lorayne Love, LORAYNE LOVE.
And you can watch me flex it on the gram. Follow me at Who is Jayla Roxx. That's 2 X's, 3 if you nasty.
And follow me on all social media platforms at Ollie Dreamer.
Thanks,
Thank
you guys.
you guys. See you next week.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.